Alright, welcome back everybody. Let me just double check, make sure I am recording. Okay, yeah, looks like I am. Alright, show you that I didn't go on without you. Of course, this is going to be like an emergency airing kind of thing. I seen reports that says that it's about to be resetting everybody's experience and everything that has come in here. So everybody's going to be starting back at zero. Well, there's something else that I was going to address. Like, it came to me in a dream. And this is what I think needs to be done to add to the game to fix the whole RNG situation, where it's supposed to be random, right? My entire series at this point has turned into proof that this isn't random. But if they want to continue to spread the idea that it is, then they shouldn't have a problem with adding something crazy like this to it, where the idea is they put a randomizing token into the game, where it's one of the minions that can show up on any level, like as early as level 1. And what it is you buy that minion token, and it's about like Shifter. The only difference is you put it on the field whenever you're ready to have it played. And you put it on, it won't transform while it's in your hand, so you don't get the joy of knowing what it is before you play it. You have to like just wait. And what it will be is when the token gets hit, one of many things could happen. Since it is a chaos token, it would be you hit it, and either it'll transform into the minion that hit it, it'll transform. It'll have a higher chance of it being that, but the other chances are that it'll transform into a random other minion, preferably, depending on like the role situation. It would be like it's like two different role systems. One role system will be a negative, and a second role system would be a positive, where it's either going to transform into the minion that you wanted, transform into a minion that you needed, or transform into the minion that hit it. The last option of what it would transform into would be one of the negative, like Joker cards, that I think should be added to the game too, which is the idea of one Joker would literally reset the entire game. It don't matter if you're on your very last play and there's literally nothing else to do at this point but basically concede defeat. And then you get this token, and it just completely revitalizes the entire game for you because it will reshuffle the entire field and all minions back into decks, and then reset life back up to 40. Or in Stitch's case, 50. And basically restart the game, but with the full tokens still. So you have to high roll a second time to get the number one. If that can happen with 5 people, that can happen with all 8 people. If all 8 people are still alive and that token goes off, literally everybody gets reset. If it's truly RNG and you're not sitting here trying to set this up so that it will be done in so many turns and that it's not dictated already who's going to win, then you shouldn't have a problem with putting something in the game that is going to automatically make it more chaotic and random. Because the idea of randomizing it is the idea of embracing chaos as a whole.
I love catching some waves.
I'm trying to see what do I want to activate this hero power yet? I don't think I do. Triple. We'll wait for that. We'll level up and then we'll triple. But no, that's my idea. I think that they should put the randomizer. I think that the 2 Joker cards, one of them should be the idea of it's a Joker card that will only affect the person on the field and the people on the field, whatever, where it would randomly rotate out 3 of your current cards on the field. If you have any cards in your hand, up to 3 of them, and your hero power will be randomly switched to somebody else's for 3 turns. So it's pros and cons. And for the 3 turns that your hero power is not active, one of your minions at random is given like a life link. Like it's got a pro and a con at the same time. It has its like functionality. So why would somebody want to play this card? Well, it's because there's a chance that you might use it and it actually benefits you. And really, is that any different from like the shifter, for instance? We buy the shifter because there's a slim chance that we'll get a 6-star elite minion that we need for our build. Even though majority of the time we get stuff like this. Well, that would be the same premise here. It's like, okay, well, if you're winning, clearly you don't want to play a card like that. You don't pick up that Joker card because it's like, okay, well, I'm already almost at full health, and I'm already like in the top bracket as it's done. Like, I don't want to risk that. Now, at the same time, too, I'm not saying let's make those Joker cards like common. I'm saying we make them literally like there's one of each Joker card in there, and the only other way to get them besides the randomizing or besides buying those tokens is that one randomizing egg.
The battle is really raging out there.
Although I do think that the randomizing egg should be a little bit more common. I'm gonna level up. Freeze this for now. I still think too that there should be the race of zombie put into here. I do not believe right now that it is random. That's why I honestly don't think they're gonna go through with this. But I wanted to get this out before I forgot about it. And it's an idea that because I love the idea of this actually being random and not that there's people that are being decided that they're the winners
Some tough
for me.
choices here.
Like I want to be able to have a chance to win too. Like I want to be able to play it, and then it's like if you're honestly saying that, yeah, there's some people who just got unlucky at their starting hand, and everybody else got the good stuff just by pure dumb luck. Then if it reshuffles this, the same person shouldn't end up on top again.
Keep up the momentum,
If I
friends.
mean if there's only like 3 people on the field, then yeah, it's possible. And yeah, that's gonna make a few people mad because it's like, yo, man, I got completely ripped off whenever I was winning. Like that was my match to win, and it got taken from me. That happens, and I know I would be on the receiving end of that myself. As a matter of fact, it would only help them more if they wanted to do it this way. I just feel like a randomizer would mess some people up because they're like, oh, I was doing Murlocs this whole time, and now all the Murlocs are gone.
Tough battle. Pick yourself back up and turn it around.
Ha ha! I love catching some waves.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
I don't want to play this, but at the same time, yeah, I will.
I'll clean you up.
Take that. But I mean, and that's why I'm saying at the end of the day, like, I don't. Number one, do I believe that they're actually gonna do it? No, but I think that they should. I believe that it will prove me wrong. That they really are allowing it to be random, but it's also I think it would actually make it fun. I think the idea of randomly throwing up here, and then honestly, when it comes to that randomizer, that gives you the opening to make a special hero, preferably one of the old gods, because it seems like it would fit them more, or else one of the void gods that haven't even been introduced yet, a void lord. Having them as one of the champions, and literally their hero power is that they spawn one of the randomizing eggs.
I think you can
So
win
their
this.
entire game is that. Either that, or make it to where instead of Kalthazad reviving the field to be just the same field but not getting more powerful, literally make that the void. It's like you don't know what's going to happen. So just because you're fighting a ghost doesn't mean you get a free win. And since I will be airing this one
Nice
today,
work out there.
I will go ahead and say too that the name of the channel for right now until I do the official name change for it, I'm gonna just do an AO. What's it? The Adventures of Unlucky? Yeah, so AOU. I'm just gonna abbreviate it. Yeah, the video names will be changed to AOU. So that's what you'll be looking for instead of the whole. Let me type out the entire name because I'm sure that gets old. So that way, it's easier to type up a full name and everything like that, and name each episode. It also will make it easier to type out to look for me because I imagine that if anybody is watching this, I don't show up really easily. Man, these turns. Another thing, Blizzard, you guys need to add a button in here, like a ready check. Like if everybody here is ready
You're doing
for
great
us to
out
have to
there.
sit here and wait this long, if you're wanting these games to speed up, give us a checklist. If everybody else is checked off, but the one person doesn't check it off, they don't need to get punished for it or anything stupid like that. It just needs to be that if they are ready, we can go ahead and jump in earlier. Rather than having to wait so long whenever everybody's done, because this is way too early to be sitting here having to like wait for such a long time for just for one match to start. The wait time takes longer than the match. But then there's turns later on down the road that are happening so fast you can't finish playing out your field.
I've got some fresh recruits for you. A good tactical choice.
Uh, Not what I was looking for. Nope. Well, actually, that's not bad. I'm gonna drop this one though. He's kind of doo.
I like where you're going with
We'll
this.
do this.
We want your loot.
Ha! You want a tussle?
Yeah, probably played that out of order, but what can you do?
Target practice.
Any pirate I see, I'm going to freeze for because I want this hero power to become free. And it's down to 2 already, so it's not bad. And we're not keeping him, so.
I think you can win this thing.
It's not looking too bad for us right now. That's too bad. We don't have a bad field, we're just completely outclassed by everybody we're fighting.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
Tier 5 pirate.
I'll clean you up.
Ooh, there's a pirate I want.
Ha! You want a tussle?
Yes, this looks good. I'm trying to debate if I want to send him up front first, so that if it's a shielded minion. But if it's not, more than likely we're going to summon in a token or something. Yeah, let's do it anyways. I want to try to hit something with him that's going to actually buff up all of our pirates. Not just hit a shield and kill him, because we don't have a way of buffing his health yet.
I think you can win this thing.
That was literally the best one we could ask to hit. Okay. Boom. Yeah, we got lucky with our attacks that time.
keep up the pressure.
Okay, so another thing too for Blizzard, they need to give some upgrades to some of these heroes. Chance for triple.
I didn't like that one either. Here's a gold for the trouble.
We're fighting mixed minions. I'll do this again.
Gonna need a bigger book.
Oh, there goes a triple.
What you were looking for.
What you got there? I gotta put him on the field. Who do I replace? Guess it's actually gonna be you.
By fate or fortune.
So yeah, we'll do it like this. Hopefully we won't get cleaved. Hopefully.
You're doing great out there.
Get in time. Alright.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Go ahead and take the chance to level up. Just running Murlocs. We'll see how this plays out, and then I might need to go ahead and play that. It would just be a waste because I don't have 2 coins. And this could still turn into another one of him, so yeah, we'll just wait. We need a triple gold grubber and a triple Eliza. We get those, everything else is replaceable.
I think you can win this thing.
That sucks. That sucks too. That's not too bad. Tie. Well, we know she's gonna try to poison everything, so.
The battle is really raging out there. Target practice.
I'll clean you up.
I'd like to leave out on either one of these. Do you have anything unique? It was just 7 Murlocs, right? No, it was 6 Murlocs. He's using dragons. Nobody else is using pirates, so we really don't need this. So we can still buy him.
That'll do some damage.
Ha ha! I love catching some waves.
And actually, we're gonna do it like this time. Yeah. Oh shoot! Should have kept them. Could have got one of them. Well, we're definitely losing this fight. As a matter of fact, I think he's gonna win this entire game. He got Caligos and he got 2. I don't see that. Blizzard, like, really? How? How does somebody high roll this high? And you're gonna sit here and try to act like this wasn't, like, predetermined. Golden, 2 of these guys with a brand. Like, brand is hard to come by for most of us. Like, don't stop making, like, good minions hard to come by for the people that aren't supposed to win. Like, put them out there for everybody to play. Stop making it where some people can get the things that some people can't. Make it even across the board. Make it truly random. When you first opened this game up to all of us, it was truly random. Make it truly random again. That was way more fun. That's the only reason why I come back here, is to hope that you do that before you open this up from the beta. Because if this thing comes out to be fully opened and this is what I'm going to be stuck with for the rest of existence for this game, I'm going to actually quit this game. I'm trying to play it now to open up people and to hopefully get this message to you that this needs to go back to the way it was. I don't know if people were complaining that it was taking too long to play. Personally, I don't care what those people have to say. I think those people are ignorant. I think that they're stupid. They are coming here to jump into a game just because they want to win. Not have fun, not just sit down and play a game and have fun. I sit down here to play a game and have fun. I could be happy with losing if I feel like I actually had a fair shake at it. This one right here, I had a pretty decent time, but facing other people, I could see that I was completely outclassed in every way. There was no way in hell I was coming back from this. And I'm sitting here running a pirate guy that has a hard time getting good pirates on a regular basis. On a regular basis. I had a shifter. I only got that Wind Fury pirate because I used a shifter. But I kept getting those ones that die and summon another one. Like, come on, that is ridiculous. I shouldn't have to keep getting the exact same minion over and over again because I don't want to buy it. I don't want to have a certain type forced down my throat because you want everybody to run a certain type and I'm the one that got rolled into demons or something. That's not fair. If you want me to run demons, you need to buff demons. You need to take Wrathweaver from costing life to play a demon and make it free. Or else make his buff from playing a demon bigger. And because the fact of the matter is one poison defeats him anyways. And as long as you got Amalgadons up in here that can get poisonous, that should be a given. Like, anybody can get a poisonous, so it's not like it's unfair. But what's unfair is anybody that's going to run demons has to kill themselves to be basically on par with a stat build that is pirates whenever they get the combo off, or dragons just in general. If you give dragons Caligos or Razor Gore and a full field, they're going to outscale demons anyways. And Wrathweaver. If you have the 2 pirates that you buy them, what is his name? Hoggard, I think it is. You buy a pirate and you get back a coin. Well, you get 2 of them on the field and you just sit here and keep buying and selling with the one that buffs up every time you play a pirate. You just never lose. Especially if you get the golden one. You're going to buff that pirate all the way up into the hundreds. Gold Grubber. Gold Grubber's rare unless you're the one that's meant to win. In which case they get 2 gold grubbers. And it's like, what? 2 golden gold grubbers? I can't get 1 regular? Come on, guys. That is not random. That is selection. Like, you make it too obvious whenever you only give out a handful of good minions into this game, and the handful of good minions all go to one person. You gotta randomize this more. If you really want this to happen, you need to make the matches closer. I understand that the one you're choosing, your golden boy, doesn't win every time. But I mean, it's not like you're betting on the games anyways. Does it matter if the one that you chose to win doesn't win? Like I don't understand. Maybe you guys are trying to keep people around certain ratings so that the game can function at all times. Because I'm between 49 and 45, and you need to keep me in this area because there's not enough other people in this area. Uh, that's not fair. Just broaden how many people I gotta fight instead of making it like that. Or I don't know, throw bots into the game so that you can fill in your slots or something. But as far as that, that's crap. When I'm sitting here playing somebody, I can't get a single good minion, but I can play somebody else that's running like, okay, Ysera for instance. I'm running Ysera. The only dragons I keep getting is your little 2-3 at the beginning of the game. Completely garbage dragon. Not worth buying. In fact, let's do this because I'm not done with this rant. Not worth buying at all. It is only good for one turn. After that, by the time you're getting up into turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, he starts getting outclassed and outmatched. By the time everybody's at tier 3, he is a useless minion to have on the field. He's the most useless to Golden. It's pathetic. The only thing that's worse than buying him is buying the demon that's going to take 2 life from you to play him. Like, that is horrible. But I'm watching other people outscale it with dragons because you're sending all the dragons to one player, while the player that's actually supposed to run dragons doesn't get them. I'm never doing Bigglesworth again. I've already announced that. I'm sorry, y'all haven't seen that video yet. I will never play Bigglesworth again because if you are not the chosen one for that game, you're going to get into a party where everybody quits, or else you're running where everybody is losing their minions early or losing the game early, so you can't get anything good. And then even if they do have good minions, literally the bottom of the barrel minions that they have are the ones that you get your pick of. I actually played a game with a second Bigglesworth. You will see that in the future. There was a second Bigglesworth because it was the... What was that Murloc's name? It's the guy that basically gets to pick whichever one it is. I'm sure you know which one I'm talking about, but he... Let's do this. He got the same exact hero power as Bigglesworth, so there's 2 of us sitting in there. Very first thing that happens, somebody quits. Doesn't keep a minion, and just quits out on us. Okay, well that's to be expected. Somebody's going to do that. It's aggravating that that's the one game that we played as Bigglesworth that it happened, because we played 3 games and nobody did it, and powered up a Bigglesworth to beat us, but in that in particular game, quit. The next person only puts 1 Murloc and his token on the field, and then he basically stops playing. So you get a Murloc or his token as an option. Not even buffed. Okay, well that sucks. Next, what's our other options? Let's do this, because we're not getting the Murloc. Oh, maybe we are getting the Murloc. But then the next thing we know, it's like there's the next guy who dies finally dies, because I'm on my last leg. I'm probably got like 8 health left. The guy dies. He had a cleave. I didn't know he had a cleave until I fight his ghost after he dies, and I see that the one minion I didn't get the option at was the cleave. I got all of his crap minions, including the 2-3 dragon that I already had multiple times sold away. Because all I could get was the token Battlecry Murloc and that. The entire game. And then he turns around and gives me another one. I'm like, are you kidding me right now, guys? I don't know which build I'm going with right now, and honestly, it doesn't matter. If I'm the winner, I'm going to win. If I'm the loser, I'm going to lose, so we're just fucking playing at this point. But we don't get the cleave, right? Well, I didn't get to see if the other guy got it. I'm sure he did, but he got eliminated the very next turn. Turn around and get the pick from his, I didn't get the cleave from him either. I got the exact same minions I was getting from everybody else. But his field was actually full of good stuff, where mine was full of crap. Where he was actually getting good rolls, and I couldn't get anything from my rolls either. So it was just a hands down lose fest. This is getting
going out there?
aggravating too.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Wait. Power first.
I'll clean
Then
you
we
up.
play this. So I'm gonna buy both of those. And keep going. I'm thinking if I keep throwing health on this one and not so much on this one, and I don't see another one of these soon, then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go full Murloc and try to poison this. Just power level. We'll see how that works.
You're doing great out there.
So we need more hero options. We need the heroes that are already in here that are not participating good to get buffed back. This one was a good hero. I'm impressed with that one.
Rough battle. Pick
It doesn't
yourself back
surprise me
up
that they get so many wins.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be keeping the whelp. Because literally, I'm sitting here looking at this dude, the next dragon I see again. Crap dragon. I don't ever see a winning build that has him in it. Let me put it that way.
You're doing great out there.
We already got a cleave. Disgusting. Taking all the really good minions, but I was looking for the beast death rattle deal. That's what the thing is.
Your minions really pulled their weight.
Oh, a second whelp after all. Alright, well. Now there's a decision to be made. Because now I'm not seeing Murlocs. Which is always fun. It's like the game is deciding, okay, well, we want to reject the build that you want to play. But you're trying for two different builds. So how do we reject? Okay, I guess we'll just reject them both.
Have you ever met the League of Explorers? Nice folks. Great hats.
I think that the people who are running heroes that are going to pull specific types, like the Fungomancer, I think that they should get higher rolls for the Murlocs that they're going to get. Or else literally make it to where they don't have to be dictated by what level you're on. It can be based off of any, like, you start out, you sell off a Murloc, you can get a Murloc from a tier 5, even though you're tier 1. Because let's face the facts, they are not winning. Fungomancer almost never wins. That needs to be fixed. Fungomancer should be an amazing Murloc, but the problem is that you get stuck getting the same Murloc that you keep selling. You get the token Murloc whenever you have 6 minions on the field. It does you no good at that point because you don't want to waste it. We're doing this again, alright.
I'll clean you up.
Gesundheit. Let's do this. I only lose 1 token this way. But I got 2 openings now. Alright, now we got 3 dragons on the field to buff. To do, well, 3 damage twice before we even start the fight. I want this so this doesn't happen again. This was actually a good choice for a minion. I like this one. The idea that you buy this literally so you can save your coins for another turn, I think is a great idea. Because what made this game fun in the first place, whenever I first started playing this thing, was the idea behind it. You got 8 people who come in here. Wow. Alright, whatever. Exact damage, too. Perfect. But you come in here with 8 people who do not have a pre planned deck. It doesn't matter what level you are. It doesn't matter how many cards you've bought, how many cards you've broken down, how much dust you have, how much experience you have. It does not matter. Because you're coming in here completely random. You do not know what you're going to get. You're going to have to play with what you get. There wasn't a whole lot of people that would run entire families of cards because they didn't really play amazingly together, per se. Wrathweavers started to steamroll because they were doing like really good with each other, but the beasts were so hard to get to go functionality wise. But as time went by, they started to like figure them out more and everything. And as stars started changing back and forth too, everything started becoming a little bit better. Then next thing you know, you got a big overhaul. Dragons are coming in. All of that randomness was gone. All at once, I started seeing, instead of it being a close match and, oh well, this one person was just like screwing up. They tried to push ahead. They tried to just rush to 6 while everybody else is building up. Because they rushed to 6, they didn't get a minion fast enough. They got killed off. It happens. That would be expected, especially because yeah, you rush to 6. That does not mean you're going to see a level 6 minion immediately, because none of the other minions have been bought up enough for level 6s to be seen per se, because there's only so many of them compared to the entire pool. But some people would. They get up there, they see that one, and then they grab it. But they wasn't sitting up there with like a full field of 6 minions by the 4th turn up there. Like, that was rare. It was, you're gonna have to like work for it. Then there was the people who got there, they never got one in time, and they were eliminated because they just fought people who were just like, I'm just gonna stay on level 1 and fill up my field. Like, goldens mattered for that purpose. Was like every golden being doubled up was a big deal. Light Fang was a big deal. Light Fang needs a buff. 100% needs a buff. I think that the Lord Jaraxxus should be fixed to where every time, instead of it making his hero power gives +1 all the way across the board, Lord Jaraxxus should be every time you play a demon, all your demons on the field get +1/+1. I think that. Or else I think it should be something along the lines of like, you need to make another demon guy come out here where the idea is you can sacrifice a demon and gain back 3 life. Something like that, so that you can run Wrathweaver and you can run the other demon, the Watcher, or whatever it's called, and literally actually run the field with them. Soul Juggler should not be your only viable option. But there should be heroes that can like specifically target out cards that they want to play and run with them. So that it's not like, oh, Ysera, I'm going to come in here and then boom, I'm only going to see dragons of the level that I'm on, and I'm only going to see the same one over and over again because it's ridiculous. At least make it to where every time you reshuffle, you also get a different dragon. Like every time you re-roll, new dragon. Guaranteed there's always going to be a dragon on your field whenever you re-roll or whatever. Not you only get a dragon at the beginning of the turn. And so it's like, oh, okay, well I got the absolute worst dragon. 2-3. This is my 15th one of these. I'm about to lose. I'm starting my turn for a dragon because I desperately need any dragon. But that 2-3. Boom, 2-3 again. I'm done. I'm losing because I can't get a real dragon to do a dragon build when I'm a dragon builder. I literally had to run. I think it was pirates. I almost won a game with dragons, even though I was patches. because I couldn't get pirates. I got Caligos before I got any of the pirates I needed to actually do a build. If I had tried to stay on them, I would have lost. Fungalmancer, I did the same thing with pirates because I couldn't get Murlocs. Every time I resold a Murloc, I got the same stupid 2/3 that gives a +1/+1. What am I going to do with that? My entire field has 2 health. I can't win like that. Nobody can win like that. Even if I filled my entire field up with poisonous, you cannot win with only 2 health across the board. But other people were running Murlocs and they were getting all the Murlocs that I needed. I even got to tier 3 before the other Murloc players, and I was still getting outclassed by Murlocs. That should not happen. And that's ridiculous. The idea that somebody can come up here, the idea that Lich King can come up over here and decide he wants to play Murlocs, Fungalmancer's running Murlocs, and this guy has Golden of Tide Callers, the one that buffs them all up. I don't know all the Murlocs names. But by the time he is sitting here hitting tier 4 and he just got his 10th coin, all of his Murlocs have 10 plus health. 3 or 4 of them are golden already. He might even have a gold grubber on the field just because he can. And he's shopping for a poisonous at this point. While the Fungalmancer is on tier 2 because he's only got 3 Murlocs on the field because he's having to buff the ones he has so he doesn't die. Like, that's ridiculous. That should not be that kind of roll should not ever happen. If it does happen, that should be a very rare. I mean, like, astronomically rare. Like Halley's Comet, rare. But it's not. It is literally, like, I hit this button, and the reason why this whole channel has started up is because of the fact how freaking freakishly stupid it is. How unrandom it is. You come in here and it's like, let me just see how stupid this game can get. Click. Well, the Fungalmancer is eliminated because he had to go dragons. Well, why did he go dragons? Why didn't he go anything else? His dragons are huge. Why didn't he go anything else? Well, that's because the Lich King has all of the Murlocs for some reason. Like, everybody else has Murlocs but the Fungalmancer. Lord Jaraxxus is on the field. Oh, okay. Well, why isn't he going demons? Well, that's because Fungalmancer has taken all the demons. He's got a Wrath Weaver that's a 40/40. Like, and a Golden Soul Juggler. How does Jaraxxus not have this? Because he just doesn't. Like, these guys are powerful people that you're putting in here as champions. Ragnaros had a good hero power. I wish you would bring him back. I also wish you would put elementals into this game as one of the families to be able to choose from. And I think he should come in with it. Maybe he can discover an elemental. But I believe that the discovering of the elementals and the discovering of the Murlocs, discovering of all these powers that you have that you can get it, if Fungalmancer, if you will not make it to where it's a random Murloc altogether, like the one used to be where you could play it and you could get even a tier 6 Murloc, if you're not willing to let that be the thing that you sell a Murloc and you can get any Murloc from any level, then you should at least make it where you can discover a Murloc. So you don't have to get stuck getting the same garbage Murloc every freaking time. So that at that point, you are playing a champion that you cannot win with his own type. That is so dumb. It also makes it where you don't want to play that hero ever again. As a matter of fact, this is going to have to carry over to another one because this is still continuing on. I hit these like moments where I'm like, oh yeah, there's so much to say, but there's so little to say, so little time to say it. So we will continue this discussion in a part 2. So Blizzard, don't go away. And don't any of you either. Peace.